Hello and welcome to CPM course on how to create a CAS sheet in CPM. Today we will go over the main things that should be brought in to the CPM files prior to creating a CAS sheet. First, when you open CPM, it will look like this. You have to put your project number in. For this training, we're just going to use GP 25, TAC 123. The project title is training for this episode, but it would be for any projects. I'm going to leave the key factor of availability factor at 0.75 and the mandate equivalent at 1.125. You can change this to whatever your base order or deployment order says for debt or main body or here in home port. The unit I'm going to use is NMCP1. Debt ABCC. Location Gulfport, Mississippi. Lead element, you can be a squad since we're in unit of actions. So we'll put first squad. Start date, we'll set it up for a month from now. So we'll say October 20th of 25. Now, that's all the data you need to start creating a CAS sheet. Now, some other areas. If you go to utility, this is where we can start setting up crew. So for here, we could do our resource list, which is the size of our crew. We'll just select one. We know we're going to have a builder. Are they skilled, unskilled? So we'll say this is skilled. The rate, BU. The rank, we're going to say E5. Then we're probably going to put another builder because we always have more than one. This one we're going to say unskilled because this builder may have just came out of A school where they're skilled but they're really not proficient. Construction electrician. Skilled, CE, UT, unskilled, YO, SW. So that's just an example of some of the rates that we have in our resources. So you have to save your resources. This way they'll be available when you start building your CAS sheet. We'll get further into the crew roster, crew assignments later on in another lesson. So this is all we have to do for now. So now you can close, come back here. We can also upload a BOM if we need to. That'll be in section 3. Let's say we did our MTO and now we want to put a BOM in our project. So you would find your BOM that you would like to use. Right now I have a training example. You put it in, you upload it, import complete, And there you go. Then you close this, and now you're pretty much set to start creating your CAS sheet, which is in section 2, construction activities, and we can go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to add a CAS sheet. I'm not going to start with move in. Everybody should know how to do a move in CAS sheet. There's not much data on there, so I wanted to kind of show you the features by utilizing a different CAS sheet. The CAS sheet I'm going to use is placing your formwork. So we're going to say here we are placing formwork for some type of pad, whether it be a canopy, whatever. So you're going to use your master activity number of concrete. You're going to do concrete. You're going to do your number 310, concrete forming and accessories. Your sequence number you can change to whatever you want, all the way up to 99. Right now we're just going to leave it 0, but you could change the title to placing formwork. Okay, your description of work, you can have your description of work already done and in a Word document, and you can always copy and paste it from another location. So let me go ahead and get a file to make it a little easier. We'll talk about how we can bring them all in at a different time. So we can go ahead and do a description of work. Alright, so this is placing formwork for footers. Okay, your method of construction. Again, if you already have it on a Word document, you can bring it in. If you want to check your different things. And then right now we're just going to say our comments is NA. Oops. Sorry, that's what happens if you hit Control N. It will close, or shift over. NA, prepared by BU to CB for this training, and it's checked by BU1 can do. Alright, so once you're done all this, you'll hit Save CAS Sheet, and you'll start seeing some more options show up. We're going to go ahead and stop right there, and in the next video we will go through the other tabs of this list. So stay tuned. Welcome back. This video is part 2 of inputting a CAS sheet into CPM. In the first video, we went over the general information and main data. Now we are going to start working on the tabs on top for our CAS sheets. So after we fill out the main data, we hit Save CAS Sheet. The options come up here. This does not require work elements or anything else. If you hit this, it becomes a duration. It will say, are you sure you want to make this duration? You hit yes, and now you can't add anything on this. What a duration or milestone will help you with is this a contractor or not a contractor? If it's work we're doing, then we don't have to necessarily use it as a duration. This will mostly be for HVAC, fire suppression, anything else that's out of our control. You can put that it's going to be done by others. You would write down here, being done by contractor. And then you could put the number of days it's going to take for that contractor to complete the task. Whether it's 45, 60 days, 2 weeks, 1 week. You can use that. If it's a milestone, then you leave it at 0. And your milestone could be like, this is where we're going to turn over. That's where turnover starts. This is when we're going to start the project back up. Just milestones are things like that. If you are putting in here for informational purposes, you need to order concrete or order something else, you can create that by using this little mark here. Alright, so since we're doing this, we are going to take it and put it back as a regular CAS sheet so we can work on work elements. So now you would add work elements. So for this one, we can go to division 03. So you would come here. You can just use your scroll or use the arrow, however you want. You go to section 3 and you start looking for your work elements that you're using. So for instance, this one is going to be continuous wall with plywood. So as you see, there's a bunch of them from the NTRP. So we're going to do plywood forms. So we have the continuous plywood one use. Even though it says one use, we all know we could use plywood multiple times. So you just highlight it. Hit add selected work element. The next window pops up. Your multiplier, if you change it from 1, a pop-up is going to happen and it's going to ask you to justify why you're changing it from 1. This happens every time you change the multiplier. It's going to ask you to give a justification. 1 is the default. So we're just going to leave it at 1 for right now. Quantity is in square footage. So for this particular one, we have 616 square feet. We hit save and it populates. After we get into monitoring a project, we'll start going into how we get the project started and how this percentage comes about. But right now we're just concentrating on creating this CAS sheet. So after you see we put this data in here, now it tells us an estimated man hour, estimated man day, estimated duration, and this is based off of no crew or resource right now. And then percent complete and expended man days. So now let's say you know your resources already, like we did. We put some in. So you should be able to should be able to select it, but we'll come back to it. You don't always have to put your crew right up front. There's many different ways to put your crews in. So let's add some tools. Okay, so we know we need some toolkits. We know mostly our builders are doing this, so we kind of know we need our carpenter kits. So we can use carpenter tools for 4 people. So NMCB, add it, quantity, we're going to just say 1, and this is a TOA item, and is it long lead? No. Now safety is if you have to order safety items for this kit, or this kit has items that safety takes out that needs to be checked continuously, you may have to request it from safety. So let's do 2 more. We'll say the carpenter power tools cordless. Oh, you have to hit save. Once you select, you can select them all and then hit save. I mean, select them all and then do everything. Like this next one, we'll do carpenter's kit and let's say survey equipment. Okay, you can hit that and you can see it shows you all. So then we want one TOA, maybe we don't want to get it out non-TOA, long lead, no, is it safety? Not particularly for this. So now you'll hit save, everything will save, and then we can move on to equipment. Equipment, we have pretty much all the equipment listed. There is a few exceptions that may not be in here. The different size buckets may not be in here for loaders or backhoes. If that's not in there, then you can always do a custom equipment. You can pretty much do custom on all this. Like here, custom toolkit. You'll do the description, quantity, non-TOA, and it will show up. Okay. We don't have any of that. We have all the tools. So now we go to equipment. And since we're placing forms, we may not need any equipment. Okay, so but we can add one. Let's say we need just a backhoe. Right? We can come in here and we type in backhoe. Half a cubic yard. Quantity, we'll just want 1. Do we need an operator? Yes or no? We'll say yes. And is it long lead item? No. It is if we're renting equipment, but not really if we have it in our TOA. Alright, next we'll go to our material list. So material list, there's 2 different ways. Alright, you have your master activity material list, which we can go through concrete. We can go back into concrete. We have the different types of concrete. You go back up, you have brackets, deck system, grout, keyway, manhole, prefabbing, reinforce, stakes, tests, ties, all the different, so if we go to form, we have it column, corner, flexible, material, plastic, anything like that. And then when you even click further, it will say for rounded, moisture resistant. You can always go back here, click on form. You should be able to click column. There we go. So we click form, we can go all the way back to beginning a form and pick something different. Straight standard 2-inch with base with 10 gauge. Metal forms. So we'll just say we're using metal forms this time. Alright, so this is your metal form. We add it. We can say we need a quantity of 10. When do we need it by? Well, we need it by the start of the project or the start of this activity. And then you can save it from here. But then you can also, is it quoted, on order, received, issue, what date did it get on station, is it a long lead item, is it part of our 30, 60, 90 requirements. Now the other way you could go is if you have that BOM, right? Oh, I'm sorry, save. If we have our BOM that we imported, we can come here and select what we have, but you have to have it in the CPM BOM format. If it's not in that BOM format, you will not be able to select anything. Okay, it has to be in that BOM format. It is in every CPM program. We have a download for that BOM template. All right. Now this is going to cover the last 4 tabs here that we just did. 4 or 5 tabs. We're now going to get into the safety and quality control and environmental plan, and that's going to be on the part 3 of constructing a CAS sheet. Welcome back. This is part 3 of how to create a CAS sheet. Before we get started on our safety, quality control, and environmental plan, I'd like to point something out that I didn't point out in the last video. If you create a CAS sheet where it does not require work elements, and then you change your mind and it does require work elements, and you uncheck it, your crew will be locked like it is in placing formwork. If you do not check this, then your crew will still be able to be added and saved in the project. Alright, so that's a key factor, is if you try to make it a duration CAS sheet in the general, and then you try to go back, you'll have to add your resources in Microsoft Project. If you decided that it doesn't have to be a duration, and you do it before you click this, then you can add your resources in crew. So let's get back to our placing in concrete formwork. So hazardous plan. The hazardous plan is, once you create one hazard, you can constantly pick this for all of your CAS sheets. Quality control doesn't allow you to do that. Environmental does allow you to do that. So let's get started on our safety plan for this work element or this CAS sheet. So some of the issues we'll have is maybe, we have back injuries. So we select back injuries. Now when you click initial rack, it will bring up the rack code matrix for you, the risk assessment matrix. So we could say it is a B3, likely but moderate. Our reference, which your safety guy will mostly use, or girl will mostly use, is out of the 29 CFR. It's best if you give the pages, the page number, so it's a quicker look. Then you'll write down the control measures. All right. and then you can see and then we can hit the residual risk assessment matrix, and with that in place we could end up taking it down to a 4E. All right, and then control measures, control implementation. Now let's say you have an old safety plan, but the things still pertain and you want to use it. By all means, do a copy and paste using Control C and Control V, and you can put everything right in here. The only thing you'll have to do is go in and select your rack code. Alright, so once we hit that, we can hit save, or you can input them all that you need to. But like I was showing, now it has this first one in a drop down, which means I could use it for multiple CAS sheets if I need to. Let's do one more. Broken tools, initial rack, where do we get it? Residual, so there we just did another safety. All right, so quality control plan, this one is a big one. Okay, this one has a lot of moving parts. So let's say we have plans, drawings that we're referencing, right? So you can bring up your plans and what you can do is take some of this information right off your plans. Make sure you're using the latest plans. All right, so this is a project we're using. Our forms are going to basically be in with our concrete. Right, so here, I know it's a little blurry to you guys. Alright, you can just do a little zooming in, and you can find your resources. Alright, top of footing, elevation, footing must bear. Alright, so foundation notes, reinforcing. And I'm just going to show you that you can go ahead, if you have Adobe Pro, whatever, you can go ahead and take this, Control C it, come back to your CAS sheet, taking a little while, but you can either just copy it or cut and paste it. Okay, and you can come in here and fix the notes a little bit to clean it up. Okay, you can put the specification, which is the page number. So to quickly zoom in and out, so we could say it's on S001. So we come back here, we put that we're referencing sheet S TAC 001 foundation section. And then whatever note it is, the notes on most of the plans will have a number. So we took that from note number 7 out of foundation notes, so they know where it came from. We have here, we have cast in place concrete notes, so we could have used this one too. We could come in here, take this, say copy, bring it back in, once it's finished. This is to help create CAS sheets that are more applicable than just trying to make them up off the top of your head. Okay, same thing, you can come at this time, take this, release sheet, Control C, Control V, and then here you could put the cast in place. Note 5. Control measures. Okay, so how are we going to do this? How's the forms going to stay in as a control measure? Right, so we just put that form work will stay secured until test results meet the required strength. Okay, is there a testing type for this? Probably not, but as you can see, there's a lot of tests that you can select on here. This could be falling under the compressive strength test, but that's more when you're placing the concrete than for formwork. Okay, you hit save, and then that's completed. Now, environmental. So environmental, same thing. You can come back to your drawings. All right, and a lot of times it's in the beginning. The requirement, like here, a silt fence. Right, so you could put install the silt fence, or for this particular one, being that it's forms, we can say will protect surrounding area to ensure no concrete so you just put the reason. That other thing will be control. So concrete leakage, right? If there's a reference, you put the reference, the page, actions will ensure the forms are tight to not allow concrete to leak out. And then you hit save. Okay? You do that. Once that's all completed, you can also see by this little glass here, you can hit that and Adobe will show up, and this will show you what the environmental plan is going to look like. Once you have all of it, it shows a lot more. So now let's say we want to see this CAS sheet. We close. We come over here to CAS sheets under reports. We're just going to pick the one CAS sheet because the masonry I just used to show you. You hit OK, hit save, and now your CAS sheet will show everything minus your baseline start because we haven't done that yet. But it shows everything that you've written, what you typed. Starts showing you your work elements, your labor resources will be here once we put the resources to it, your tools, your equipment, what materials are due, if it was a long lead item, all your QC points for this CAS sheet, your safety points for this CAS sheet, environmental protection plan for this CAS sheet. Okay, and then each CAS sheet will have a blank. This way it doesn't interfere with the last CAS sheet like it did once before. So that is how you build a CAS sheet in CPM. If you have any questions, please contact Mr. Mike Urban or Mr. Dan Jolin on the West Coast, or NCG 1 or 2 representatives that can help you with creating these CAS sheets.